Shalom. Yahaba Hashem Yahushua Barakatah to the Akim. Shalom. Yahweh Shemar Thumba Hashem Yahushua to the sisters. All right, this is the Wednesday night law class. I'm going to do a sound check before we get started. All right, Most High in Christ, man. Again, this is the Wednesday night law class for Northeast Ohio, man. We've been teaching this truth since 1969 under Commander General Hanna, all right? We've been teaching blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that they are the true biblical Jews of the Bible, man. You understand? Everything that we do in this school is according to the Bible. That's why we here today. That's why brothers like myself and Gapan Yala is in this school, man, because we did the research, man. We did the research. When you actually look up these things, and the things that we about to go over tonight, when you look up all these things, man, you'll understand that nothing else on this earth makes sense besides the Israelite school of universal practical knowledge, man. We are the only people on this earth that are actually telling you the truth. That's why we are called the home of the truth. You understand? You cannot go and find out where you are. I mean, Salaki, you cannot go and find out where you come from a people that don't want you to know where you came from. You understand? That's why they got you celebrating they customs, they high holy days. You understand? What they ordained as important on this earth, man. The biggest day of the year in the white man's you understand, calendar is Christmas. That's his big money making period. This is his boom period. October to all the way up until January. This is his boom period. This is where he makes all of his money throughout the entire year. It's January. But when you go in the Bible, you understand what the most important day is. The high holy days of the Lord. Those are the important days. You understand? Right. Those are the heavy hitting days. Those are the days that me and Gapan Yala got circled on our calendars. I don't know about y'all. It sounds like y'all niggas just got done eating Christmas turkeys and what have you. Christmas hams. I don't. Yeah, man. We don't get down with that nonsense up in this school, man. We've been teaching this truth since 1969 under Commander General Hanna, all right? Commander General Hanna held it down for brothers like myself to be able to look up and understand where I come from. There was no such thing as a 12 tribe chart before the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We got all these people trying to claim themselves as the home of the truth. Where was y'all at when Commander Giuliano was putting his bricky in? Y'all got the audacity to try and exalt yourself like you above something when you're not even above your own woman in your own house. That's the problem with these niggas, man. These niggas can't even rule over their own goddamn house and got the nerve to call themselves General Bishop. You can't even rule over your bedroom. We got niggas exposing y'all left and right, but you exposing you and your sexual deviancies. You can't even rule over your own goddamn bedroom, let alone your household, let alone the body of Israel. You understand? That is not something to be played with, man. We take that very seriously up in here, man. That's why we say we ain't affiliated with no other organization. Because we don't want you to find out what they doing behind closed doors and try and tie that with us. You understand? You're not gonna see us getting down with the pagan, with long objects going up your rectum. You're just not gonna see that up in here, man. You're not gonna see some brother up in here get exposed for some goofy garbage that they was doing behind closed doors. You understand? You just not gonna see that. All right. So before we get started, let's read off the topic of the class. This topic of the class is very heavy today, man, because today is what is today?
New Year's Eve.
Con. That's what today is. December 31st, New Year's Eve. You understand? In a few hours or so, they're gonna be outside shooting bullets up in the air like retards. And then they're gonna be flabbergasted when they look on the news and see that niggas was dying. Like, what did you think was gonna happen when you unloaded your Glock up in the air? Like, the bullets gotta fall down. That's one of the first things they teach you in science class. What goes up must come down. That's the laws of gravity, right? They forget all about the laws of gravity. You understand? That's the spell that your oppressor has you under, man. They forget common sense. That's why this school is called the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, nigga. We giving you common sense back. Right. We giving you practical knowledge back, man, because your oppressor to follow your oppressor means that you have to strip yourself of common sense. Common sense would tell you that the new year wouldn't be in the dead of the winter. That's what common sense would tell you. Common sense would tell you if you just throw away the Greco-Roman calendar, you just throw that away and look at common sense. Common sense would tell you, okay, if we was to have a new year, the new year would probably be in somewhere in the beginning of spring. Why? Because things are starting to spring. Things are starting to come alive. Not where everything is dead in the middle of slap dead in the middle of winter. These niggas is slow. And then they had the audacity to get in these TikTok comments and trying to exalt themselves like they smart. Nigga, you ain't picked up a book since you dropped out of high school. You ain't even graduate high school. I was about to go. I was about to say something. I caught myself. Not this week, upon. These niggas dropped out of high school. That was the last time you read a book, and you trying to get on these comment sections with niggas that study this shit, man. Gapon, what was I doing earlier for fun?
Making videos, making TikToks for the school.
Making TikToks and reading. Something that you haven't done since you dropped out of high school. Come on, man. You trying to exalt yourself like you smart. You're not smart. All right. You're actually stupid. I'm trying to be nice to you, but you're really dumb as hell. And the fact that you got so much arrogance about you, it really irks my nerves, man. You got to stop that. Because then when we on here hoeing you, making you feel stupid, now you going to say that we a hate group. That's the first thing they say when they get cut. Oh, well, they a hate group. Shut your stupid ass up. How about that?
We a hate group and a call for proving y'all niggas wrong.
Con. I'm the first things they want to say, Gapon. You prove a nigga wrong. Oh, now they a hate group. Now that's the first thing that's the first thing you do to tear somebody down is you try and attack their not even the culture. You attack their I forgot the word. Never mind. Well, yeah, that ain't important. We're gonna get into the topic of the class. You understand? All right, let's start off in the book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 26. Is this something that you have to understand when you first learning about the truth? You understand the Bible. The Bible, I mean, Salagi, the Most High is not is not the person that they painted him to be in the Christian church. You understand? The Christian church had you thinking that the Most High wants everybody to be united. You understand? That is blasphemy. You understand? What does blasphemy mean? That is a lie. You understand? When you go in the Bible, all the Bible talks about is being separate. You understand? That's what the Bible talks about. It talks about all these nations being separate. So why would it say all these things about us being separate just for us to be united? That's why brothers get turned away from the Bible, man. You could thank the Christian church for that because they confuse the masses. They lie on the Bible. You understand? They lie on the Bible to the point where brothers, they think that the Bible is actually, you know what I'm saying, confusing brothers. The Bible is not it's like it, man. The Most High, I should say, is not the author of confusion. You understand? The confusion comes from your oppressor lying on the Bible. All right, you got that?
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 26. And ye shall be holy unto me.
Ye shall be what?
And ye shall be holy unto me.
Ye shall be holy unto me. You understand? This is the Most High speaking to the Israelites. You understand? It says what?
And ye shall be holy unto me.
Ye shall be holy unto me. You understand? That's separate. That's what holy means. Your Christian pastor made it seem as if holy was some spooky word. You understand? Some word that belonged in October with all the Halloween festivities. So that's what he made holy sound like. But that is not what holy really means, man. Holy means to be separate, set apart. All right, read that again.
And ye shall be holy unto me.
Ye shall be holy unto me. You should be separate unto me. You should be set apart unto me. What does that mean? What does that mean? You set apart from the Most High. What does that mean in the grand scheme of things?
That means you ain't doing what all them other nations is doing.
Con. That's exactly what that means, brother. You understand? You ain't doing what the East Indians is doing. East Indians, what the hell is they doing? They got their little boys. They got their little boys, by the way. Imagine that. Imagine you having a son, and I come behind you, kidnap your son, and make him dress up like a little girl. That's what they doing. Not only is they kidnapping each other kids, making them dress up like boys, but you know what they doing. You know why they got them dressing up like little boys. Do I really have to get into detail as to why they got them dressing up like Slacky? Why they got them dressing up like little girls? These people online don't believe me, Capone. They think I just made that up. The Arabs, you lying. Why you lying on them that? Look up the Bakabazi boys. You understand? Ain't no cap in our rap, you understand? I know it's hard for you to understand because you look at the Arab man like he is such a great individual, such a great, you understand, somebody to admire. They is just so wonderful and awesome, and that we should just say, damn our culture and go put a skirt on. And a ninja outfit if you a woman. God damn. They backwards as hell, ain't they? They got the women dressing up like they ninjas, and they got the men dressing up in skirts and sandals. God damn. That's backwards as hell, ain't it? But let y'all tell it, this is a people that y'all should admire. That y'all should heed to. That y'all should say, F what the Bible gotta say. We should go pick up the Quran. God damn. What makes that whole thing even worse is when you pick up the Quran tells you that we need to submit to the Israelites. God damn. That's backwards as hell. All types of backwards.
These niggas telling you we the truth.
Con. An Arab that actually know what he talking about will tell you that he is below you. He will tell you out his own mouth. And yet you want to say F the Bible. Let me go listen to Hadidi like he know what the hell he talking about. Read that again, if you could.
And ye shall be holy unto me.
And ye shall be holy unto me. You understand? You should be set apart unto me. Damn what Habibi doing. Damn what them Africans doing. These Africans come over here and they run a Domino's. I'm not making that up. They actually run that Domino's on grass shit.
They don't know what grass shit is, Yash.
You understand? They coming over here and they buying big corporations. How was they doing that? Because you not listening to the Bible. You not set up. You not being set apart like the Bible tells you to be. The thing is, they taking your laws and they're applying them to their lives, and that's how they be. That's how they coming over here and getting on top of you. Pause. You understand? We've been over here for how many years? How in the hell is the Arabs that just got over here? They just hopped off them boats. They already buying cribs, buying businesses, buying big corporations. How was these stinking Africans that just got done taking a cow piss bath already on top of you? Crazy work. You understand? It's because we not applying these laws to our lives, man. Instead of doing what the Bible tells us to do, which is to be set apart, like the Lord said, we out here in endeavoring with the other nations and what they got going on and their festivities. Just imagine if all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians took this time out to save their bread. You understand? This time where everybody buys everything. You understand? Everybody is paying the fuck nigga fee. It's like it. They paying markup. You understand? Why is they paying markup? Because things that's normally priced at a certain price, a regular price, it gets marked up at a higher value because of the time of the year. Because it's at a higher commodity. You understand? Due to Christmas. All right? Or Thanksgiving. You know, you could buy groceries all throughout the year. Thanksgiving rolls around and the groceries get marked up because they know what time it is. They know your simple ass about to come in the grocery store and try and clean that bitch out. You understand? Now, if your simple ass stayed your ass in the house instead of paying that markup, instead of paying that F nigga fee, we would be on top of these other nations. But instead, you is just like the other nations. You out here falling for the trap. You understand? You out here dwelling in their festivities, dwelling in their trap. You understand? Let's keep going.
For I, the Lord, am holy, and have served you from other people, and have severed you from other people, that ye should be mine.
Hold up, Salakia. Read that again.
For I, the Lord, am holy.
For I, the Lord, am holy. The Most High is separate. How can the Most High be separate if he's all love, like your Christian pastor says? Somebody lying. And it ain't us, because we got the precept right here. Read again.
For I, the Lord, am holy.
For I, the Lord, am holy. He is separate. He don't dwell with all these other nations. He don't dwell with the Moabites, the Canaanites. You understand? He don't dwell with all of them. The Edomites, he don't dwell with them. Them not his people. Since day one, he already said who his people was. You understand? Before the horses let out in the race, he already let you know what horse he was backing. So now that all the horses out in the field, you not about to switch what horse he backing out. No, he's been rocking with the Israelites since day one. You understand? Read that again if you could.
For I, the Lord, am holy.
For I, the Lord, am holy. He not rocking with everybody. You understand? Which also means what? In the grand scheme of things.
Salaki, what'd you say, sir?
I said, if he not rocking with everybody, what does that mean in the grand scheme of things?
That means everybody ain't a part of us.
Con. More specifically, everybody not gonna get punished. You understand, for not keeping the law. All right. Everybody is not gonna get punished. All right. If you take your children to a park and all the kids start acting bad, you gonna take your child and reprimand him. You're not gonna reprimand all 12. It's like you ain't gonna reprimand all 18 of the kids that's there. You gonna take your children. You gonna reprimand them. Now you may stop all the kids because you there and you see them, but you're not gonna punish all of them kids. You're gonna punish your kid. You understand? And that's what happens when we sin against the Most High. We get punished. He sees the other nations, but he don't punish them. That's not his child. He don't give a F about them. Go ahead.
And have served you from other people.
And have severed you from other people. You understand? What does that mean? He's cut us off from everybody else. Christians always talk about God is all love. God loves everybody. God wants us to love everybody. Why the hell did he put a language barrier on the earth if he wanted us all to be in unison with one another? Why the hell does this scripture right here say that I have severed you from other people? If you sever your hand from your body, what does that mean?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
God damn, man, you gotta tell me when you talking to me, bro.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I mean, it's a part. It's not a part of your body no more.
Gone. It's cut off. That's what it means. If I decide, man, I don't need this hand no more, and I sever it off, that means it's cut off. You understand? It's not a part of the body. Let's keep going.
That ye should be mine.
That ye should be who?
That ye should be mine.
That ye should be mine. Understand that, man. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are God's chosen people. You understand? Not everybody. Which means what in essence? Everybody ain't gonna get the punishments that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians get when we decide not to keep the laws. Meaning what? These classes ain't for you. If you a white man, I don't this ain't for you, all right? If you a East Indian, this is not for you. If you a Chinese man, this is not for you. If you a Japanese man, this is damn sure not for you. You understand? This is to whom it may concern, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. All right? That's who this concerns. That's who is directly affected by not keeping the laws. You want to talk about why Black Wall Street got burned down and things of that nature? It's because we wasn't in the truth. We wasn't following God's laws. So he wasn't with us. You understand? Everybody, all these blackity blacks want to talk about how do we stop this oppression. This is how you stop this oppression. By stopping serving your oppressor, man. How you gonna ask about oppression and continue serving your oppressor? Continue following after your oppressor. That is an abusive relationship. You on the phone with your mama like, man, I hate this nigga. This nigga ain't shit. And then you leave, you get off the phone with her and you go back to the nigga that's beating your ass. Like, what we doing? All right, Slacky. All right, let's get let's get Revelation 18:4 real quick.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people."
Start that from the top if you could.
Come. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be
Come
not
out of her, who?
my people.
Not everybody, who?
My people.
Come out of her, my people. That's what the voice of heaven said. Who is this voice of heaven is talking about?
So I get, it's talking to the Israelites.
It's talking to the Israelites, definitely. But who is the voice from heaven?
Was this Christ?
It's the Most High. You understand? So let's start at the top.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people."
Come out of her, my people. That's what the Most High is saying. Good night. Scriptures like this just baffles me. How could you see this in the Bible and still say that the Bible is all love? God damn. They say they like to try and frame it to a way to make it seem like the Old Testament is you know what I'm saying? They say things like the Old Testament is done away with because it don't fit their agenda. Like the New Testament don't got the same shit as the Old Testament. This is in Revelation, which is where? In the New Testament. Man, these Christians, man, they you got to do a better job of confusing the flock. We in the big 25, man. Like it's getting harder and harder for you to hide the truth. You understand? We live in an information era. All you got to do is a couple clicks and you will see that these niggas been lying to you since birth. You understand? Further past that, since your father's birth. You understand? They've been lying to you. This is in the Bible. All right. Which goes to show you that these brothers and sisters, they paying thousands of dollars in theology school to learn what? What are they teaching you? How to be a good liar? Because you're not even that no more. You're a horrible liar. You understand? You would have been better off saying that God is I don't know. They'd have been better off saying that the Israelites is white or something. Like, goddamn. To boldly say that God is all love when we got scriptures like this is just you didn't even try and lie. That's a horrible lie. Read that again, man. It's like it.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people."
Come out of her, my people. Good night. Why would he be telling us to come out of her? You understand? If the Bible was all love, if he loved everybody equally, it wouldn't matter if we was in you know what I'm saying, partakers of what they got going on or not. Because he loved everybody, right? He loved everybody equally. Go ahead.
That ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
You understand? It says that ye be not partakers of her sins. That's why it's telling us to come out of her. All right. This is a filthy, nasty, disgusting, wicked place here in America, man. You understand? America, for everybody who don't know this, is spiritual Babylon. All right. So the customs that they was keeping in Babylon, the pagan customs, all those things, the same customs that we keep today. All right. And even the foundation of America comes from Babylon. Babylon was of the same spirit of everybody come together, everybody being unison, all of us in one, you know what I'm saying, pot united. That was the spirit of Babylon. And today, what is the spirit of America? Is that same spirit. You understand? They want all these different nations over here. You understand? And while all these all these nations over here, they got us serving all these strange gods. All right. Let's keep going.
Verse 5. For our sins have reached unto
No,
heaven.
no, go back up if you could.
Let me reread it all.
Yeah, if you could.
Verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins.
That ye be not partakers of her sins. All right, that's the spirit of the Most High right there. That is what we supposed to be doing here today. You understand? We supposed to separate from these other nations and let them do all the sinning. Let them have all the orgy parties. Let them be a disgusting, nasty, vile people. You understand? Let them catch all the STDs. Let them catch all the pestilences. Super gonorrhea, AIDS. You understand? Lung cancer. All those things. They were supposed to destroy themselves, but because we want to be partakers of her sins, who is the her in this context? America. Because we want to be partakers of her sins, now we are mixed in, we are in the crosshairs. We mixed up right along with them. And we get it the worst because we are God's chosen seed. Us getting it the worst should be a wake-up call. We should look up and say, damn, this is clearly not working for black people. We got to do something else. That's supposed to be what was going on, but instead we continue doing it like idiots, like deers caught in headlights, man. How can you look up and see that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians lead in STD rates and still go to an LGBTQ plus parade? God damn, you slow. Capone, they see that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians lead in the STD rates, and they just march harder. They buy more STD pills. They buy the AIDS pills. God damn. They got the gonorrhea pills. Now, I wonder what they did when they found out about super gonorrhea. I just want to see the look on their faces when they heard about super gonorrhea or monkeypox. Do they got pills for monkeypox?
They got pills for everything.
God damn. We is in hell right now, man. They got pills to mask your sexual deviancy. How about you just not be a horny bastard that sleeps with anything with two legs? You disgusting pig. God damn. These hoes will sit up and say, my body, my choice, and then choose to let the entire football team hit. The fuck? What type of choices is you making, bitch? God damn, man. Slovakia. go, go ahead where you was.
Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
And that ye receive not of her plagues. You understand? That is the importance of you not being partakers of her sins. You not partakers of her sins, then you can't recompense the plagues that comes with the sins. You understand? That's the importance in taking that oath in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. You think you doing it for me? You think you doing it for Captain Adariala? You think you doing it for Commander General Yohana? Nigga, you doing that for yourself. You either take this plague or you die. It's that simple. It seemed like a simple choice to me. You rather take this oath, be in the school, say you ain't eating shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. Say you ain't going to no New Year's Eve party. You understand? Or risk getting shot in the face. You understand? Risk dying to a pork chop. That's a horrible way to go out. Death by pork chop is crazy work. These niggas in the world, man, they so goddamn simple. They will die. They would rather die than give up bacon. Not knowing that beef bacon exists.
Them niggas love chitlins.
Turkey bacon exists. I don't even know why you brought that nasty shit up to me. you eat chitlins, man. You just I don't know what's wrong with you. You need therapy. You need more therapy than the average black man. Like you I don't know, man. It's something wrong. It's something off about you, bro. Chitlins. Come on, bro. You got to do better than that. Niggas that eat chitlins lack self-worth.
Niggas like brain power.
They got confidence issues.
Niggas lack the truth.
God. You got to make niggas feel bad though when you
Damn, you trying to make them niggas kill themselves.
You really about to put that bun in your mouth, nigga, you gay. I ain't gonna lie, man. You a grown man. You could sit up and suck on some strawberry banana. Yes,
Them
you.
niggas like flavor long black objects, man.
There's something off about you, man. It's something we don't know about, man. You could sit up, smoke on some strawberry banana. Come on, man. I don't even like flavored. Come on, man. Let's get back to the topic, dog. Slucky, where was you at?
Verse 5. For her sins have reached up unto heaven, and God has remembered her iniquities.
And God have remembered her iniquities, man. Understand that the Most High is marking everything that your oppressor do. The oppressor, he think he's so slick and cunning. He is not getting away with none of this. He building up a RICO case on their ass. That's what they don't know. You understand? All the things that your oppressor have done, he's just racking it up. He been racking it up for quite a while too. So that's gonna be a hefty RICO case. It ain't gonna be like the RICO case Young Thug got. Because it ain't gonna be getting out of this one. You're cooked. You understand? You're booked and you're cooked. All right, let's get Amos real fast.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 5, and verse 21. I despise your feast days.
Hold up. Read that again, Capons. Like you.
I hate.
I what?
I hate.
I love.
I hate.
Good night. The Bible says I hate.
I don't love.
Not I love. The same Bible that you got, you using as a cup holder at the crib. That you swear your life on, by the way. You always talking about that damn Bible that you never read in your life. Well, this is what the Bible actually say. You understand? We actually about to read it to you. Since you act like you can't read, go ahead.
I despise your feast days.
I despise your feast day. He said your feast days. Spell that out.
Y-O-U-R.
Y-O-U-R. Not his feast days, your feast days. You understand? Meaning what? The feast days that y'all keep.
The man-made feast days.
The man-made feast days. The feast days that's not in the Bible. That's not explicit in the Bible. That's the feast days that he hates. You understand? I hope you understand that, man, because that's about as clear cut as it's ever going to get.
That mean don't walk your silly ass up in that New Year's Eve party.
And if you do, man, and a bullet land on your forehead,
them niggas gonna be looking like, what's that nigga name? 4 bats. Got his fucking hand blown off.
man, if you walk up in a New Year's Eve party today and the bullet just happened to land on your forehead, it is what it is.
Whoop-de-doo.
Read that again, man.
I despise your feast days.
I despise your feast days. You understand? Not the feast days that's in the Bible, not feast of dedication,
Not the Passover.
not the Passover. Them is two feast days right there that Christ was keeping. You know, damn well it ain't talking about them. Have you ever seen Christ keep a New Year's Eve party? I feel like I just sinned even saying that out my mouth. Salakia. Have you ever seen the Most High acknowledge a goddamn ball? What the hell is that? What the hell is that they even drop in the sky? What is that?
A sphere.
Have you ever seen anything like that in the Bible? No. But you do see it in paganism. Wow. Yep. That's where you see it. And that's where we going next. But keep going. First, we gonna show them what the Bible say. So you can't say we lying. We don't know what we talking about. Cause nigga, we going to the Bible first. That's what you gotta do. You want to know if something's against the law, go to where the law is. You understand? This is the book of the law right here, the Bible. Everything after the Bible is just for shits and giggles. You understand? The Bible is science, it's history, it's all of that in one. So we just go into history and science just for fun. You understand? But this is the most important thing right here. Read that again if you could.
I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies.
I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. All right. What is a solemn? What is solemn? Let's look that up.
Solemn means formal or slack it.
A formal, dignified rite or ceremony. All right. So it's basically a party, a gathering, a get together. You understand? A get together. He's not going to acknowledge your get togethers. Not even acknowledge. He don't want to smell it. God damn.
He despises it.
He despises it, Con. You know how people say wake up and smell the Christmas ham? You ever heard that phrase before?
Why? I'm mad I've heard it now.
Damn. It's like I just disrespected your ears like that. But that is a phrase that Christians say. That not just Christians say, every people say that.
That's why I don't know what it is.
Con. This brother was raised in the truth, man. My nigga. You understand? That is a common thing that Christians say. Wake up and smell the Christmas ham. God don't want to smell that shit. We damn sure don't want to smell that shit. You come over here baking Christmas hams, I'm gonna bake you. You understand? Keep going.
Count verse 22. Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings.
Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings. What is this talking about? You cooking that Christmas dinner.
Stupid ass, nasty ass, dry ass turkey. Burnt ass turkey.
Oh, please don't bring up the turkey. Goddamn. You're giving me flashbacks, brother. Or worse, that nasty ass dressing, bro. Fuck! I said I ain't want that shit. How does that shit magically end up on my plate every year? It's because nobody wants it. They made so much of it, they gotta get rid of it somehow. Fuck that.
They scarred this nigga, man.
I hate that dressing, man. That dressing is. I'm getting flashbacks. My bad. Read that again.
Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them.
Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, you cooking on Christmas. You got a nerve to pray to the Most High while you cooking a Christmas dinner. That is like another level of disrespect. That's so many levels of disrespect, like right there.
They say you can't eat without praying.
God damn. And you really think the Lord is gonna watch over you and protect the food that's about to this sinful ass food that's about to go in your belly? That's why half that table end up taking a shit and having the bubble guts and having to go to the hospital for food poisoning. That right there.
High cholesterol.
Con. Keep going.
Neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beast.
Damn.
Call that nigga fat bitch. Verse 23.
Hey, that's wild. I thought you made that part up, Gapon. That's actually in there.
Verse 23. Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs, for I will not hear
Damn.
the melody of thy vows.
Read that again, Salakia.
Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs.
The noise of thy songs, your stupid Christmas carols.
The stupid New Year's song y'all be singing.
What New Year's song they be singing?
When the ball drop, they turn on some type of song. Maybe I'm thinking about Christmas.
I don't know what you're thinking about, and I'm glad I don't know. All right, go ahead.
Verse 24. But let judgment run down as waters.
But let judgment run down as waters. You understand? You want to understand why so many Christmas parties that get shot up? Why so many houses catch on fire during the Christmas season? Why so much robbery is going on? Why so much death and destruction going on around this time period? This is why. This is the judgment running down as the waters. You understand? This is the Most High judging you. How many times he got to tell you he don't want to hear this? He don't want to smell your assemblies. He said it very plainly. Everybody that says, I don't see it in the Bible, it's because you don't want to see it. All right? That's as plainly put as you could get right there. That's as clear cut as you could get right there. He said he don't want to smell in your solemn assemblies. He don't want you praying. Something about the fat beast. God damn. You understand? Read that again.
What, the fat bitch part?
No, you won't. Verse 24.
But let judgment run down as waters, and righteousness as a mighty stream.
And righteousness as a mighty stream. So while y'all getting judged for going to them Christmas parties, going to them New Year's Eve parties, niggas getting shot up and whatnot, we gonna be at the crib, safe and sound, tucked in,
warm as hell,
in our jammies. You understand?
Y'all niggas outside watching the sphere drop like a dumbass.
Like, man. All right. All right, let's get Exodus 20 and
I already got it.
My nigga, go ahead.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Thou shalt have what?
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Again, and know if something is against the law, you have to go to the law. And what is Exodus? Exodus is law. You understand? This is one of the 5 books in the Old Testament, which is the laws. All right? So read that again if you could.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
I mean, that's as clear cut as it could get right there, Gapon. It don't get much plain as that. It don't get plainer than that. It's like, God damn. said, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." What are you doing in the month of January?
Putting the God of Janus before God.
Con, that's exactly what you're doing. You putting the god of Janus, which is a Roman pagan god, by the way. It's not the god you pray to. Obviously, it is the god you pray to, Salakia. But in your mind, you think you praying to the Most High. That's what you thinking in your mind. And then you go and turn around and you go make pledges to the god of Janus. All right. So read that again if you could.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Keep going.
Verse 4. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above,
You know what I need. Go ahead. Keep going.
or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God.
I am a what?
For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God.
I am a jealous God. Understand something about the Most High, man. He don't want you serving all these other gods. You understand? And just imagine that for a second. Imagine you put yourself in the Most High's shoes for a second, man. He created you. And instead of you acknowledging him, you go out and you give credit to some other pagan man-made god as credit to all the work that he did. You understand? That is a slap to the face of the Most High. That's why it says, I am a jealous God. Damn right, he's a jealous God. He created all these things on the earth just to have your simple ass go and serve a white man. That is very simplistic. And then when you put it in the lens of how idiotic the oppressor is, for you to go serve him out of all these other people is really a slap to the face. It's the same people that had to get taught how to bathe. These idiots spread an entire plague because they didn't want to wash their hands. You understand? These niggas don't know how to do nothing but kill. And I'm not being mean-hearted or mean-spirited when I say that. That is a genuine, honest statement. The Native Indians, before they got massacred and kicked out their land, they had to teach the oppressor how to hunt and gather. God damn. What are they good for? And yet this is the people that you want to serve after. This is the people that you want to put above the Most High, man. Your priorities, you got to mixed up, black man. right, Slocky. I was trying to put this on the screen, but for Tom's sake, we just gonna. I'm gonna just read it off real quick. That was it on that scripture. All right, let's get into this. So right here we got Janus and his ties with New Year's. All right, so this is what it says. It says Janus, the Roman god of beginnings, endings, doorways, and transitions. All right, is deeply tied to the new year because January is named for him. God damn.
Right in their face.
It's right in their face, man.
They still going and celebrating New Year's.
Let me tell you something, man. If you go out and you serve New Year's, you just don't care at this point.
About your life.
You don't care. At a few, not about 20 years ago, you could say, "Oh yeah, I didn't know." You know what I'm saying? In 2025, that is no longer an excuse. You cannot say that anymore. Well, you can't say it and niggas will still believe you. You understand? We live in a day and age where all you have to do is a simple type up of a few words. All I put in the search engine was Janus and its ties with New Year's. And this is what popped up. The truth, Con. It's to the point where they don't even hide the information anymore. They're not trying to hide the information no more because they know your dumbass is not gonna go looking for it. You understand? It's to the point where they know that you are just too simple in the mind to even care about where New Year's comes from or why we celebrate New Year's in the dead of the winter. You understand? Anything revolving around that, they just know they dumbass don't care. They dumbass ain't gonna go looking for this.
Yeah, we got them already.
Con, that's their mindset, Gapon. We got them already. They're brainwashed. You understand? So let's read that again, Salakia. It says Janus, the Roman god of beginnings, endings, doorways, and transitions, is deeply tied to the new year because January is named for him, symbolizing the threshold between the old year and the new. God damn. Damn, man. It even says at the top of it, Janus, the Roman god. So it's a Roman god that you get this from. Yet they celebrate New Year's in the Christian church. What are we doing here, man? Let's keep going. It says his iconic two faces, one looking back at the past and one forward to the future, perfectly represent the traditional New Year's reflection, resolutions, and hopes for new beginnings, linking ancient Roman practices to modern celebrations.
Damn. Y'all some simple niggas, man.
God damn. Everything about New Year's comes from paganism, comes from the Roman church. It's like it comes from the Romans. Actually, I can say that.
Not just New Year's, though.
Con.
In the context of today.
That is just so mind-boggling to me that the information is right here in your face, and you will still go to that New Year's party, still get shot in your leg,
and still go to another New Year's party.
Man.
As if the first time getting shot wasn't enough.
linking ancient Roman practices to modern celebrations. Romans honored Janus with offerings and promises of good behavior at the start of the year,
Shit.
setting a precedent for New Year's resolutions. You want to understand why every year you make them New Year's resolutions to lose weight, and every year you don't lose weight? It's because you keep in paganism, man. And you won't really feel that way in your heart. All right? Let me tell you something. If you really wanted to do something, you wouldn't wait till a oppressor tells you to do it to do it. If you really wanted that new job, you wouldn't wait till the New Year's to go and apply for the job, nigga. You would apply for the job. That right there goes to show you that you are just a follower. All right. You don't really give a F about trying to lose weight. All right. You gonna roll your fat ass right into this year.
Roll your fat ass right into a McDonald's.
You understand? It's like when you sincere about something, you don't need to wait for the general public to do it. You just do it. All right? But because you don't want to be excluded from all that festivities, you go out and you make these resolutions that you know that you're not gonna follow. It's to the point where these niggas make the same resolutions every year. 2026, I ain't gonna be broke no more.
It's like if I could.
Go ahead.
I'm scroll. I'm seeing this, man. These niggas is posting New Year's resolutions on their stories. Like, I'm just trying to figure out. These is the same niggas who do fuck shit the whole year.
Damn.
Like y'all not doing nothing to change none of this. This nigga said, get a job.
New Year's resolution is get a job, dumb dumb. I don't think that needs to be a resolution. I think it's just a common necessity in this economy, don't you think?
This nigga said more money and better management of it.
I don't. Some of these things again is just like common sense. Like nigga said, get a job. You have kids. Like how else are you gonna take care of your kids if you don't have a job?
I mean, like, man, it's pointless to make a resolution if you know what you about to do the whole year.
Con. Again, it's just brothers not being one that it's like it's just people not wanting to be excluded. You understand? What's that thing Cal was telling us about a few months ago? Social conformity.
FOMO, fear of missing out.
Fear of missing out. That's good. Con. That's exactly what that is, man. All right. You got a fear of being judged. My thing is, why would you care about being judged by people that judge themselves on a daily basis? These niggas beef with themselves. They have internal conversation with themselves and lose on a day-to-day basis. Why do you care about judgment from them? All right. The only judgment that you should really fear is true judgment. When the Most High come down and actually give you judgment. You understand? What you got?
So it's like I was laughing at what you was saying.
Oh, Most High Christ. All right, let's keep going. Where was I at? Oh, yeah, I was at the end of that. God of thresholds. Pause. He guards doorways, gates, and transitions, making him the perfect deity for the start of a new period. Two faces. He's depicted with two faces, one gazing at the past, old year, and one at the future, new year. Name and origin. His name comes from the Latin de Ihana, I believe, meaning doorway or gate, and is also the root words like janitor. Goddamn.
It's like that Two-Face thing is crazy. You brought out something like last week or something. You said that these niggas can't make their minds up.
Con. Double-minded man, we can pull that scripture next. The connection to New Year's, naming of January. The first month of the year, January, was named in his honor by the Romans, placing him at the very start of the calendar. Reflection and resolution. His dual gaze embodies the human practice of looking back on the past year's events, successes and failures, and looking forward to new goals and promises for the year ahead, which is the essence of New Year's resolutions. All right. Rituals and customs. Romans exchanged gifts, made promises, and observed omens for the new year, traditions that echo in modern celebrations.
Damn. Now when you look at New Year's and like dropping the ball every year, that's kind of a ritual.
It is a ritual. That's definitely a ritual. We could go into that next actually. Just like it.
I got the scripture.
Come, we could get that first.
This is the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
A double-minded man is what?
Is unstable in all his ways.
Is unstable in all his ways. You following the God that is a double-minded man. A nigga, one side is looking back at the past, and the other side is trying to look at the future. That's unstable. How is that your God? These niggas is following an unstable God.
Creating unstable characteristics.
Con. And that's a heavy point, Gapon. Because you follow an unstable God. It ain't no joke. You gonna have unstable characteristics. These niggas, what do? They say, New Year, new me. I'm cutting everybody off. Second week of the new year, what are they doing? Texting their ex.
Hanging with the same niggas who is a problem to your life.
Con. Doing the same activities that you told yourself you wasn't doing no more.
Niggas be on the brim of going to jail. You hang with them niggas every day.
They said, this new year, I'm losing weight. Second week of the month, they at the grocery store in the Twinkie aisle. All right. So you a double-minded man. You gonna be unstable in all facets of life. That's the important thing about the Bible. The Bible is not just a book of laws, and the laws ain't here to hinder you. These is the things that's in this book is going to guide you throughout all your ways in life. You understand? This right here is practical knowledge that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians need. Read that one more time if you could.
Come. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
He is unstable in all his ways, man. Not just in the ways you think about, in every facet of life. You understand? From your rib, 1 minute you love her, the next minute you about to block her. That's you being unstable. That's you being emotionally unavailable. You understand? Give me another example.
It's like what you say.
Give me another example. Turn it off if you could.
That's that.
Oh, damn. It's like it.
That shit caught my ears.
Go ahead, where you
Like,
was?
what was the example?
No, I said give me another example of an unstable man. Man being unstable in all his ways.
Shit, a nigga following his flesh and emotions.
Oh shit.
You acting out emotionally. Your bitch make you so mad, now you ready to hit this bitch.
That's con. That is a perfect example what you just brought out. Your flesh period is gonna have you doing some unstable ass things. That's why we need this school, man. This school is what stops brothers from following their flesh. You understand? And it's the only thing that can stop you from following your flesh. All right. I know me personally, man. I got a temper on me, and I'm not afraid to admit it. All right, I got anger issues. Now, if I was not in this school, a lot of niggas would have got punched on by now. I'm just keeping it real. They would have got fists to their face. All right. Thank the Most High. Thank Christ, and thank Commander General Yohana for holding it down, so we could get this truth. You understand? This truth is what stopped a lot of niggas from getting punched on, man. I pray they understand. All right, let me see. Just hold on to it for now. All right, so I got all the pagan rituals of New Year's. All right, so everything that we about to go through right here comes from paganism, and it's what you do to celebrate the market of the new year. All right, in America. All right, this is what you do. Now it says pagan New Year traditions often center around honoring cycles, ancestors, and luck with practices like feasting on lucky foods, greens, pork, beans for wealth and health. How in the hell is that lucky food?
How the fuck is eating pork benefiting your health? That's the main shit that send niggas to the hospital. How is that benefiting your health?
You look up top 5 things that gives brothers diseases. Top 5 foods.
Pork pops up right in your face. How?
This is why the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand? Let the white man tell it blue is red, yellow is white. You understand? Nothing that is real is right when it comes to your oppressor. Bars. All right, let's keep going. It says pagan New Year traditions often center around honoring cycles, ancestors, and luck with practices like feasting on lucky foods, greens, pork, beans for wealth, health, making noise, bells shouting to banish spirits. So acting like a man that is missing chromosomes is going to banish the spirits. oh, spooky. That's gonna banish the evil spirits, acting like an absolute. I don't think I could say the R word on here.
I was trying not to say it, bro, but you said the alternative. You said them niggas is missing chromes.
Let's keep going, man. Cleaning homes thoroughly, like in ancient Rome. So your house just dirty as hell all 364 days, but this day you gotta clean it. All right, you dirty pig. Honoring the two-faced god Janus, looking to the past / future. So damn. Well, so when you take a look to your past, you start. So when you reminisce to the past and you look towards the future, you're honoring Janus. All right. You are celebrating Janus when you do that. All right. And I don't want to hear some smartass online say, well, what if I just want to look, man, you had all 364 days to do that. Don't be a simple nigga and wait till your oppressor talk about it to want to do it now. All right. Understand something, man. In the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we are teaching our brothers not to be slaves. You understand? America is teaching you to be a slave in the mind. So To you, your slave mind, you only think to do things when your oppressor tells you to do them. That's why you only buy your red flowers on Valentine's Day.
Damn, you hate that bitch all other all other days of the years.
You understand? I'll take my rib out whenever I got some money because I love her, all right? Not when the white man tells me to take her out. God damn. You simple nigga. Gotta wait for my white man daddy to say it's okay. All right, baby. Come on, let's go. No. All right, we ain't no slaves in here, man. You are slaves to everything. When you really look at it, you a slave to the white man. You a slave to your kids. Because the white man had you exalt your kids over you. You understand? You serve your kids. When it should be the other way around. The kids should be looking up to you. You should be exalted over the kids. But in America, they have the roles flipped. It's the child first. Then it's the woman. Then it's the man. And you wonder why y'all are barely afloat in that house. Because the man is not providing the structure needed in that household. The kid you give him the power, the authority, he gonna spend all the goddamn rent money. And your rib ain't much better. She see a new food place she want to try. It's wraps. No rent money. Before you know it, you asking the IRS for a grace period. You understand? Let's keep going. Where was we at? What part was we at?
I believe we was down here.
Let me see. Oh, you're looking
at the Two-Face.
And celebrating the winter solstice Yule with bonfires, logs, and feasting, recognizing the rebirth of the sun in the year, distinct from the January 1st date, but historically linked to new beginnings. All right. When you look up the word Catholic, it means all embracing. So understand something. You understand the pattern with all these Christian high holy days, all right? I don't know why I just said that. It's nothing holy about these days, all right? It's like you.
Everybody's all inclusive in this shit.
That's Catholic. That is nothing. It is absolutely nothing high holy about them days, man. Holy means separate. How is it separate if everybody doing it? All right, so Salakia for my butchering of words. But understand something. When you look at these Christian days, you notice a pattern. All of those Christian days fall under multiple different customs. You understand? So, for example, Christmas, you got Yule, you got Saturnalia, and you got the other one that we went over last week. What was the other one we went over? Do you remember?
Was it Krampus?
Krampus, Khan. That's another one. We went over last week. So Viscus. Sorry, Salakia. So these days that these Christians keep, America keep, all these different days fall upon it because it's all inclusive. That's how Christianity became the number one religion on the earth. All right, it was not a hostile takeover like, nigga, you gonna serve this God or you gonna get punished. It wasn't no you know what I'm saying? It wasn't no hostile takeover like they did for us. That's how you know. That's how you know what the truth is and what it's not. Because everybody else's culture got stripped from them. Sluggy. Everybody else's culture did not get stripped from them. That's what I meant to say. How is it that everybody else got to keep their culture except for us? Why is the Israelite doctrine the only thing on the earth that is not prevalent on the earth? You see an Arab man, he got his culture. You see the Chinese man, he got his culture. You see the fake Jews in Yemen, they got their culture. It's only the Israelite man that has no idea what his culture is. He calling himself an Afro-American because he got his culture stripped away from him. God damn. That's how you know what the truth is on the earth, man. They doing all these things to try and hide it from you. But it's getting to the point where you can't hide it no more, man. You can't hide it. We living in the information era. The information, this information that we got access to today is the beginning of the downfall of America. All right. Your money does not matter in this economy. The dollar drops and falls, raises multiple times in a day, let alone months, let alone years. Your money means absolutely nothing. It's paper with a white man on it. All right. The information, that's what holds the power. All right. Black people knew where we came from. At that point, we hold the power. At that point, we not going to do the things that we doing today. We going to hold ourselves to a certain standard. All right. That's the thing that holds weight on this earth. All right. We could drop that article. Let me see. All right, let's get Exodus chapter 12 and 1 real fast.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 12, and verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months.
This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. What does that mean? The beginning of months. What is that?
That's the beginning of the year.
Con. That right there is the beginning of the year. All right, let's look something up before we continue on with this. All right, so I just looked this up real fast. I looked up how many New Years are celebrated in the world. And the AI overview on it is there isn't a single number, as countless cultures and religions worldwide celebrate New Year at different times using various calendars. Good night. Gregorian, lunar, solar, etc. But there are over 25 distinct major New Year's celebrations. God damn. So you got over 25 different major New Year's celebrations. How exactly do you know which one is correct, which ones are wrong?
Because it's in the Bible.
It's in the Bible, Gapon. That's how you know which ones is right and which ones is wrong. All right. You go to the Bible and you see where the Bible says the New Year's is. All right. I'm gonna just read off some of these. It says Gregorian New Year, January 1st, most common globally. Lunar New Year varies, celebrated in China, Korea, Vietnam, etc. Nowruz, which is Persian, Iran, spring equinox around March 20th. All right. Rosh Hashanah, Jewish, autumn, September, October. They just want to be different. What the hell is that? Inkatash, Ethiopian.
Yeah, don't beat yourself up trying to pronounce that shit.
I tried, man.
Well, you don't even need, you could butcher them other man-made holidays that don't mean shit.
Con, I don't even, yeah, you right, Gapon. What the hell am I trying to read this African bullshit for? This is they keep theirs in September, all right? So you got all these different time periods. You got all these different listings of when they keep their, you know what I'm saying, celebration of New Year's. How do you know which one is correct? Like Gapan Yalla just said, you go in the Bible. That's how you know which ones is correct or not. All right. So that's what we doing right now. First, we showed you that it was wrong for you to keep. You know what I'm saying? What they doing in America, because what they're doing in America is not a New Year's celebration. What they're doing is paganism. That's what they're doing. All right. So now we showing you how it's wrong. So go ahead. Now we showed you how it was wrong in terms of the law. Now we showing you how it's just wrong factually. You understand? This is where the new year is. Go ahead.
This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. Verse 2. That's where we at. It should be the first month of the year to you. Speak ye unto, verse 3, speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, in the 10th day of this month they shall take them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for a house.
All right, so you know what this is, right?
I want to say this is talking about the lamb slaughter.
Brother, this is talking about the Passover. Lamb slaughter ain't in the Bible. That's just something we do in the Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge. Something that we to remind us of our culture. All right, lamb slaughter is not in the Bible. This is. This is what?
The Passover.
The Passover. All right. We can read all this down if you don't know. I mean, if you don't got the breakdown on it.
Verse 4. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the souls. Every man according to his eating shall make your count for the lamb. All right, I get it.
Con. Yeah, so this the Passover, you understand? So first it said, this month shall be unto you the beginning of the months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. Now it's going over the Passover. All right, so what is that telling you?
That the Passover is the new year.
That the new year is in the month of the Passover. That's what it's saying. You understand? That's the marking of the new year. And we know that Passover is in spring, which begs the question, why the hell is they keeping the New Year's in January?
The middle of winter. It's like
The middle of winter. Why are they keeping the New Year in the middle of winter? No, but not the beginning of the winter, not the end of winter, the middle of winter. That is the simplicity of your oppressor, man. The stupidity of your oppressor. Let's get Daniel 7:25 real fast.
this is the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
He shall wear out the saints of the Most High. Who's the saints of the Most High?
It's like it. Is that talking about Israel?
Con, that's talking about us. We the saints, all right? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We are the saints of the Bible. All right. Let's keep going.
Come. And think to change times and laws.
Think to change what?
Times and laws.
Think to change times and laws. That's what the oppressor does right now in America. He changing times and he changing the laws. He telling you that the East Indians could get saved. The white man could get saved. You understand?
He telling you the New Year is in the middle of winter.
Gone. That's what he telling you. The New Year is in the middle of winter. We just read in the Bible that it's in the month of the Passover. He changing the times and the laws. That's your oppressor, man.
It's like, you want me to keep going?
Nah, you could drop that. Are we gonna close out right there? It's the Wednesday night law class for Northeast Ohio. All right, if y'all got any questions, make sure you tune in to the Tuesday night scripture breakdown class with Captain of 10,000, Hadari Allah. You understand? All right, get your questions answered. All right, shalom.